ॐ पराब्रह्माय विद्महे शिवाय धीमहि तन्नो मोहन प्रचोदयात्। ॐ पराब्रह्माय विद्महे शिवाय धीमहि तन्नो मोहन प्रचोदयात्। ॐ परब्रह्माय विद्महे शिवाय धीमहि तन्नो मोहन प्रचोदयात्। ॐ गं गणेशाय नमः। ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्ष्यमामृतात्। ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्ष्यमामृतात्। ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्ष्यमामृतात्। ॐ ह्रीं बगलामुखी हुं फट् स्वाहा। ॐ ह्रीं बगलामुखी हुं फट् स्वाहा। ॐ ह्रीं बगलामुखी हुं फट् स्वाहा। ॐ श्री गुरुदेव दत्ता। ॐ श्री गुरुदेव दत्ता। ॐ श्री गुरुदेव दत्ता। ॐ नमः शिवाय। ॐ नमः शिवाय। ॐ नमः शिवाय। ॐ परब्रह्मणे नमः। ॐ परब्रह्मणे नमः। ॐ परब्रह्मणे नमः। ॐ परब्रह्माय विद्महे शिवाय धीमहि तन्नो मोहन प्रचोदयात्। Jai Mohanji, my name is Shridi and I am from the Mohanji Dattatapovan Ashram in South Africa. Today, I will be reading chapters 33 and 34 from the Shridi Sai Satcharitra. Chapter 33, Greatness of Udi. The following are stories in this chapter: scorpions sting and plague cases cured, Chandra's miracle, Narayan Rao's sickness, Bala Bua's sitar, Upper Sab Kulkarni, Haribao Karnik. In the last chapter, we described the greatness of the Guru. Now in this, we will describe the greatness of Udi. These are intellect, as the greatness of Udi is due to the spiritual grandeur of Baba. Preliminary. Let us bow now before the great saints. Their merciful glances will destroy mountains of sins and do away with all the evil taints of our character. Their casual talk gives us good teachings and confers on us imperishable happiness. Their minds do not know any difference, such as this is ours and that is yours. Such differentiation never arises in their mind. Their debt or obligations will never be repaid by us in this birth, as well as in many future births. Udi. It is well known that Baba took dakshina from all, and out of the amount thus collected, he spent a lot on charity, and purchased fuel with the balance left with him. This fuel he threw in the Duni for the sacred fire, which he kept ever burning. The ash from this fire was called Udi, and it was freely distributed to the devotees at the time of their departure from Shri. What did Baba teach or hint by this Udi? Baba taught by this Udi that all the visible phenomena in the universe are as transient as the ash. Our body is composed of wood or matter of the five elements will fall down after all the enjoyments are over and be reduced to ashes. In order to remind the devotees of the fact that their body will be reduced to ashes, Baba distributed udis to them. Baba also taught by the udis that the Brahman is the only reality and the universe is ephemeral and that no one in this world, be he a father, son, or wife, is really ours. We come here in this world alone and we have to go out alone. It was found, and is even now found out, that the Udi cured many physical and mental maladies. But Baba wanted to repeat into the devotees' ears the principles of discrimination between the unreal and the real, non-attachment for the unreal, by his Udi and Dakshina. The former Udi taught us discrimination, and the latter, Dakshina, taught us non-attachment. Unless we have these two things, it is not possible for us to cross over the sea of the mundane existence. So Baba asked for and took Dakshina, and while the devotees took leave, he gave Udi as prasad, but smeared some of it on the Bhakta's forehead and placed his boon conferring hand on their head. When Baba was in a cheerful mood, he used to sing merrily. One such song was about Udi. The meaning of the song was this: "Oh, playful Rama, come, come, and bring with you sacks of Udi." Baba used to sing in very clear and sweet tones. So besides the spiritual implication of Udi, it had also its material significance. It conferred health, prosperity, freedom from anxiety, and many other worldly gains. So, the Udi had helped us to gain both our ends, material as well as spiritual. We shall now begin with the stories about the Udi. Scorpion Sting. Narayan Motiram Jani of Nasik was a devotee of Baba. He was serving under another devotee of Baba by name Ramachandra Vaman Modak. Once he went to Shri with his mother and saw Baba. Then Baba himself told her that he, her son, should serve no more, but start independent business. Some days after this prophecy turned true, Narayan Jani left service and started a boarding house called Anand Ashram, which thrived well. Once a friend of Narayan Rao was stung by a scorpion, and the pain caused by it was severe and unbearable. Udi is most efficacious in such cases. It is to be applied on the seat of pain, and so Narayan Rao searched for it, but found none. Then he stood before Baba's picture and invoked Baba's aid, chanted Baba's name, and taking out a pinch of the ashes of the joss stick, burning in front of Baba's picture, and thinking it to be Baba's Udi, applied it on the seat of pain and the sting. As soon as he moved his fingers, the pain vanished, and both the persons were moved and felt delighted. Bubonic plague case. Once a devotee in Bandra came to know that his daughter, who was staying in another place, was down with bubonic plague. He had no Udi with him, so he sent word to Nana Sahib Chandrakar to send the same. Nana Sahib got this message on a road near the Thana railway station when he was traveling with his wife Kalyan. He had no Udi with him at that time. He therefore took up some earth from the road, meditated upon Sai Baba, invoked his aid, and applied it on the forehead of his wife. The devotee saw all this, and when he went to his daughter's house, he was very glad to learn that his daughter, who was suffering for 3 days, began to improve from the very same moment Nana Sahib invoked Baba's aid near the Thana railway station. The Jamner miracle. In the year 1904 to 1905, Nana Sahib Chandrakar was Mamlatar, Mamlatadar at Jamnar in the Kandash district. which is more than 100 miles distant from Shri. His daughter, Menatai, was pregnant and was about to deliver. Her case was very serious, and she was suffering from labor pains for the last 2 or 3 days. Nana Sahib tried all remedies, but they proved in vain. He then remembered Baba and invoked his aid. There in Shri, one Ramgir Bua, whom Baba called Bapu Gir Bua, wanted at this time to go to his native place in Kandesh. Baba called him and told him to take a little rest and stop at Jamner on his way home and give the Udi and the Aarti to Nana Sahib. Ram Gir Bua said that he had only 2 rupees with him, and that amount was barely sufficient for the railway fare up to Jalgaon, and it was not possible for him to go from Jalgaon to Jamner, a distance of about 50 miles. Baba assured him that he need not worry, as everything would be provided for him. Then Baba asked Shama to write the well-known Arti composed by Madhav Adkar. A translation of this is given at the end of this work, and to give a copy of it with Udi to Ram Girbua to be delivered to Nana Sahib. Then, relying on Baba's word, Ram Girbua left Shirdi and reached Gurgaon at about 2:45 a.m. He had only 2 annas left with him and was in a hard climb. To his great relief, he heard somebody calling out, "Who is Bapu Girbua of Shirdi?" He went to him and told him that he was the person, Babu Girbua. Then the person professing to be sent by Nana Sahib took him out to an excellent tonga with a good pair of horses. They both drove in it. The tonga ran fast, and early in the morning they came to a brooklet. The man took the horses for watering them, and he asked Ram Girbua to partake in some interval. On seeing the beard, moustache, and the library of the person, Ram Girbua suspected him to be a Muslim and was unwilling to take any refreshments from him. But he satisfied Ram Girbua by saying that he was a Hindu, a Kshatriya of Gurwal, and that Nana Sahib had sent these refreshments and that there should be no difficulty, no any doubt about acceptance. Then both of them took the refreshments and started again. They reached Jamner at dawn. Ram Girbua alighted to attend a call of nature and returned within a few minutes, but found there was no tonga, no driver, and no person. He was dumbfounded. Then he went to the main ring, Kacheri, and made inquiries, learning that Mam Latadar was at home. He went to Nana Sahib's house and announced himself and gave to Nana Sahib Baba's Udi and Arti. At this time, Menatai's case was most serious, and all were in deep anxiety about her. Nana Sahib called out to his wife and asked her to give the Udi mixed with water to their daughter to drink and to sing Baba's Arti. He thought that Baba's help was most opportune. In a few minutes came the news that the delivery was safe and that the crisis had passed. When Ram Girbua thanked Nana Sahib for the person, the tonga, and the refreshment, the latter was greatly surprised, as he had sent none to the station and was not aware of any person coming from Shirdi. Mr. B. Dev of Tana, retired Mamlatadar, made inquiries about this matter with Bapu Rao Chandorkar, son of Nana Sahib, and Ram Girbua of Shirdi, and after satisfying him, wrote an elaborate article, part prose and part poetry, in Shridi Sai magazine, volume 13, numbers 11, 12, and 13. Brother B.V. Narasimhaswamy has also taken down the statements of 1. Menadai, number 5, page 14, and 2. Babasab Chandarkar, number 20, page 15, and 3. Ramgir Gua, number 27, page 83, dated 1st June 1936, 16th September 1936, and 1st December 1936, respectively, and published them in his Devotees Experiences, Part 3. The following is quoted from Ram Gir's statement on page 83. One day, Baba called me to him and gave me a packet of udis and a copy of Baba's arti. I had to go to Khandesh at the time. Baba directed me to go to Jamner and told me to deliver the arti and udi to Nana Sahib Chandorkar at Jamner. I said to Baba that all I had was 2 rupees and asked him how that could take me by train to Kopargaon, from Kopargaon to Galgaon, and next by car from Galgaon to Jamner. Baba said, God forgive. That was Friday, and I started at 1. I reached Myanmar at 7:30 p.m. and Jalgaon at 2:45 a.m. At that time, plague regulations were enforced, and I had much trouble. I wanted to discover what I should do to get to Jamner. At about 3 a.m., a person in boots, turban, and well equipped with other details of good dress came to me and took me to a tonga and drove me on. I was in terror. On the way to Baghur, I took refreshment. We reached Jamner early in the morning, and by the time I attended my call of nature, the tonga and its driver had disappeared. Narayan Rao. Bhakta Narayan Rao had the good fortune to see Baba twice during the latter's lifetime. 3 years after the passing away of Baba in 1918, he wanted to come to Shri, but he could not come. Within a year of Baba's Mahasamadhi, he fell sick and suffered much. All ordinary remedies gave him no relief. So he meditated on Baba day and night. One night he had a vision in his dream. Baba came through a cellar, comforting him, saying, Don't be anxious. You will be improving from tomorrow, and within a week, you will be on your legs. Narayan Rao got perfectly well within the time mentioned in the vision. Now, the point for consideration is this. Was Baba living because he had the body, or was he dead because he left it? No, Baba is ever alive, for he transcends both life and death. He who loves him wholeheartedly gets response from him at any time and at any place. He is always by our side and will take any form and appear before the devout Bhakta and satisfy him. Apasab Kulkarni. In 1917, the chance of one Apasab Kulkarni came. He was transferred to Thana and began to worship Baba's picture presented to him by Bala Sahib Bate. In real earnest, he did the worship. He offered flowers, sandal paste, and Navidya daily to Baba in the picture and longed intently to see him. In, in this connection, it may be remarked that seeing Baba's picture earnestly is equivalent to seeing him in person. The following story illustrates this statement. Bala Bua Sitar. A saint of Bombay named Bala Bua Sitar, who on account of his piety, devotion, and style was called Modern Tukaram, came to Shri for the first time in 1917. When he bowed before Baba, the latter said, I know this man since 4 years. Father Bua wondered and thought, how could that be, as that was his first trip to Shri. But thinking about it seriously, he recollected that he had prostrated himself 4 years ago before Baba's portrait at Bombay and was convinced about the significance of Baba's work. He said to himself, how omniscient and all-pervading are the saints, and how kind are they to their bhaktas. I merely bowed to his photo, but this fact was noticed by Baba, and in due time he made me realize that seeing his photo is equivalent to seeing him in person. Akka Saab Kulkarni. To return to Akka Saab's story, while he was in Tana, he had to go on tour to Divandi and was not expected to return within a week. In his absence, the following wonderful thing took place on the third day. At noon, a fakir turned up at Akka Saab's house. His features resembled exactly those of Baba's photo. Miss Kulkarni and the children all asked him whether he was Sai Baba of Shri. He said no, but that he was an obedient servant of his and came there at his orders to inquire after the health of the family. He then asked for Dakshina. The lady gave him a rupee. He gave her a small packet of udi and asked her to keep this in the shrine along with the photo for worship. Then he left the house and went away. Now hear the wonderful Leela of Sai. After Saab could not proceed with his tour as his horse fell sick at Divanti. He returned home that afternoon and learned from his wife about Fakir's visit. He got very restless as he did not have the darshan of the Fakir, and he did not like that only 1 rupee was paid in Dakshina. He said that had he been present, he would have offered not less than 10 rupees. Then he immediately started his quest of the Fakir and searched for him in the masjid and other places without taking any food. His search was in vain. He then returned home and took his food. The reader may remember here Baba's dictum in chapter 32 that God's quest should not be made on an empty belly. Abu Saab learned a lesson here about this. Then after meals, he went out for a walk with his friend, Mr. Tritte. After going some distance, they saw a man approaching them rapidly. Abu Saab thought that he must be the fakir that came to his house at noon, as his features tallied with those of Baba in the photo. The fakir immediately put forth his hand and asked for Dakshina. Abu Saab gave him a rupee. He demanded again and again, and Abu Saab gave him 2 more. So he was not satisfied. Then he borrowed 3 rupees from Mr. Chitle and gave them to him. He still wanted more. Abu Saab asked him to accompany him to his home. Then they all returned home, and Abu Saab then gave him again 3 rupees, in all 9. He looked unsatisfied and demanded again. Then Abu Saab told him that he had a currency of 10 rupees. The fakir asked for the same and took it and returned the 9 rupees in cash and went away. Abu Saab had said that he would pay 10 rupees, and that sum was taken from him, and 9 rupees, consecrated by Baba's touch, were returned to him. The figure 9 is significant. It denotes the 9 types of devotion. It may also be noted here that Baba gave 9 rupees to one Lakshmi Bai Shinde at his last moment. Abu Saab examined the udi packet and found that it contained some flower petals and a kshata. Then, some time afterwards, he got a hair from Baba when he saw him at Shri. He put the udi packet and the hair in a tabiz and always wore it on his arm. Uncle Saab realized the power of the Odi. Though he was very clever, he got 40 rupees as pay in the beginning. But after he secured Baba's photo and his Udi, he got many times 40 per month and also got much more power and influence. And along with these temporal benefits, his spiritual progress was rapid. So those who are fortunate enough to get Baba's Udi should, after bath, apply it on the forehead and take some little of it mixed with water in the mouth as holy tir. Harry Bau Karnik. In 1917, Harry Bau Karnik of Dahanu in the Thana district came to Shri on the Guru Purnima day in the month of Ashada and worshipped Baba with all formality. He offered clothes and dakshina, and after taking Baba's leave through Shama, got down the steps of the masjid. Then he thought that he should offer one more rupee to Baba, and was just turning to get up when Shama informed him by signs that as he had got Baba's leave, he should go and not return. So he started home. On his way, when he went into the temple of Kala Ram at Nasik for darshan, the Saint Narsingh Maharaj, who used to sit just inside the big door of the temple, left his bhaktas there, came to Hari Bhau, caught his wrist and said, "Give me my 1 rupee." Karnik was surprised. He paid the rupee most willing and thought that Sai Baba recovered the rupee, which he intended in his mind to give through Saint Narsingh Maharaj. This shows how the saints work in unison. This story illustrates the fact that all saints are one and shows how they work in unison. Bow to Shridi Sai, peace be to all. Chapter 34. The greatness of Udi. This is a continued version. This is a continued version of chapter 33. In this chapter, the following stories are Doctor's nephew, Dr. Pillai, Shama's sister-in-law, Irani girl, Harda gentleman, and Bombay lady. This chapter continues the subject, greatness of Udi, and describes cases in which the application of Udi was most efficacious. Doctor's nephew. At Malagaon in Nasik, there lived a doctor, a qualified degree holder. His nephew suffered from an incurable disease, tubercular bone abscess. The doctor himself and his brothers, the medical practitioners, tried all sorts of remedies and even an operation. There was no relief, and there was no end to the little boy's suffering. Friends and relations advised the parents of the boy to seek divine aid and recommended them to try Sai Baba, who was known to have cured such incurable cases by his mere glance. The parents, therefore, came to Shri. They prostrated themselves before Baba, placed the boy before him, and pleaded humbly and respectfully, and implored him to save their son. The merciful Baba comforted them, saying, "Those who resort to this masjid shall never suffer anything in this life, and to the end of time. Be now carefree. Apply Udi on the abscess, and within 1 week you will recover. Believe in God. This is no masjid, but Dwarkamai. He who steps here will soon get health and happiness, and his sufferings will come to an end." The boy was made to sit before Baba, who moved his hands on the affected part and cast his loving glances on him. The patient was pleased, and with the application of Udi, he began to recover and was all right after some days. The parents then left Shri with their son, thanking Baba for the cure. which was effected by Odin and Baba's gracious look. After knowing this, the doctor, the uncle of the boy, became wonderstruck and desired to see Baba while he was on his way to Bombay for some business. But at Malagaon and Manad, somebody spoke to him against Baba and poisoned his ears. He therefore dropped the idea of visiting Shri and went to Bombay direct. He wanted to spend the rest of his leave at Alibag, but at Bombay he heard for 3 successive nights a voice crying out, "So, you disbelieved me." Then the doctor changed his mind and resolved to go to Shri. He had attended in Bombay to a case of infectious fever which showed no signs of quick abatement. So he thought that this Shri trip would be postponed. He, however, proposed a test in his mind and said, "If the patient gets all right today, I start for Shri tomorrow." The wonder is that exactly from the time when the determination was taken, the fever began to abate and the temperature became normal. Then he went to Shri as per his determination, took Baba's darshan and prostrated before him. Baba gave him such experiences that he became his devotee. He stayed there for 4 days and returned home with Baba's udi and blessings. Within a fortnight, he was transferred on promotion to Bijapur. His nephew's case gave him an opportunity to see Baba, and this visit engendered in him a never-fading love for the saint's feet. Dr. Pillai. One Dr. Pillai was an intimate Bhakta of Baba. He was much liked by Baba, who always called him Bao or brother. Baba talked with him off and on and consulted him in all matters and wanted him always at his side. This Pillai suffered once very badly from guinea worm. He said to Kaka Sahib Dikshit, "The pain is most excruciating and unbearable. I prefer death to it. This pain, I know, is for repaying past karma. But go to Baba and tell him to stop the pain and transfer the working of my past to 10 future births of mine." Mr. Dikshit went to Baba and told him his request. Then Baba, being moved by his request, said to Mr. Dikshit, "Tell him to be fearless. Why should he suffer for 10 births? In 10 days, he can work out the sufferings and consequences of his past karma. While I am here to give him temporal and spiritual welfare, why should he pray for death? Bring him here on somebody's back and let us work and finish his sufferings once and for all." The doctor was brought in that condition and was seated upon Baba's right side, where Fakir Baba always sat. Baba gave him his bolster and said, "Lie calmly here and be at ease. The true remedy is that the result of past actions has to be suffered and got over. Our karma is the cause of our happiness and our sorrow. Therefore, put up with whatever comes to you. Allah or God is sole dispenser and protector. Always think of Him. He will take care of you. Surrender to His feet with body, mind, wealth, and speech. That is completely, and then see what He does." Dr. Pillai said in return that Nana Sahib had put a bandage over the leg, but he found no relief. "Nana is a fool," replied Baba. "Take off that bandage or else you will die. Now a crow will come and peck you, and then you will recover." While this conversation was going on, one Abdul, who always cleaned the masjid and trimmed the lamp, turned up. While he was tending to his work of training, his foot accidentally fell upon the stretched leg of Dr. Pillai. The leg was already swollen, and when Abdul's foot fell upon it and pressed it, all the 7 guinea worms were squeezed out at once. The pain was unbearable. and Dr. Pillai cried out loudly. After some time, he calmed down and began to sing and cry alternately. Then Pillai inquired when the crow was coming and picking. Baba said, "Did you not see the crow? He won't come again. Abdul was the crow. Now go and rest yourself in the water, and you will be all right." By application of the udi and by taking it in the stomach with water, and without taking any other treatment or medicine, the disease was completely cured in 10 days as predicted by Baba. Shama's sister-in-law. Shama's young brother, Bapaji, was staying near Sawol Well. Once his wife was attacked with bubonic plague. She had high fever and two buboes in her groin. Bapaji rushed to Shama at Shri and asked him to come and help. Shama was frightened, but according to his wont or custom, he went to Baba, prostrated before him, invoked his aid, and requested him to cure the case. He also asked his permission to go to his brother's house. Then Baba said, "Don't go there at this late hour and midnight." Then he heard the Udu. White hairs with the fever and the buboes. God is our Father and Master. She will be all right, easily. Do not go now, but go there in the morning and return immediately. Shama had full faith in Baba's duty. It was sent with Babaji. It was applied on the buboes, and some of it was mixed with water and was given to the patient for drinking. No sooner was it taken in than perspiration set in profusely, the fever abated, and the patient had a good sleep. Next morning, Papaji was surprised to see his wife all right and refreshed with no fever and buboes. When Shama went there next morning with Baba's permission, he was also surprised to see her at the hearth and preparing food. On questioning his brother, he learned that Baba's Udi cured her completely in one night. Then Shama realized the significance of Baba's words. Go there in the morning and return immediately. After taking tea, Shama returned and after saluting Baba said, "Deva, what is this play of yours? You first raise the storm and make us restless, and then calm it down and eat us." Baba replied, "You see, mysterious is the path of action. Though I do nothing, they hold me responsible for the actions which take place on account of advista or prabhat or destiny. I am only their witness. The Lord is the sole doer and inspirer. He is also most merciful. Neither am I God nor master. I am his obedient servant and remember him often. He who casts aside his egoism thanks him, and he who trusts him entirely will have his shackles removed and will obtain liberation." Irani's daughter. Now read the experience of an Irani gentleman. His young daughter got sick every hour. When the convulsion came, she lost the power of speech, her limbs contracted, and she fell down senseless. No remedy gave her any relief. Some friend recommended Baba's Udi to her father and asked him to get it from Kaka Sahib Dikshit at the Vile Lane, a suburb of Bombay. Then the Irani gentleman got the Udi and gave it, mixed with water, to his daughter daily for drinking. In the beginning, the convulsions, which were coming hourly, came every 7 hours, and after a few days, the daughter recovered completely. Harda gentleman. An old gentleman of Harda was suffering from a stone in his kidney. Such stones are generally removed by surgical operation, and people recommended him to undergo one. He was old and weak, lacked strength of mind, and could not think of submitting himself to surgical treatment. His suffering was soon to end in another way. The Ina Moses was city officer of that town happened to come there at this time. He was a devotee of Baba and had always a stock of udi with him. On the recommendation of friends, he got some udi from him and mixing it with water, gave it to his old father to drink. Within 5 minutes, the udi was assimilated, the stone was dissolved and came out through his urine, and the old man was soon released. Bombay lady, a woman of the Kayasta Prabhu caste in Bombay, always suffered terrible pain at her delivery. She was very much frightened each time she became pregnant and did not know what to do. Sri Rama Barusi of Kalyan, who was a devotee of Baba, advised her husband to take her to Shri for a painless delivery. When she became pregnant, both her husband and the wife came to Shri, stayed there for some months, and worshipped Baba and got all the benefits of his company. After some time, the hour of delivery came, and as usual, there was no obstruction in the passage from the womb. She began to suffer labor pains, did not know what to do, but began to pray for Baba's relief. In the meantime, some neighboring woman turned up and after invoking Baba's aid, gave her the udi mixture to drink. In 5 minutes, the woman delivered safely and painlessly. The issue was stillborn according to its fate, but the mother who got rid of the anxiety and pain thanked Baba for the safe delivery and ever remained grateful to him. Bow to Shridi Sai, peace to all. ॐ पराब्रह्माय विद्महे शिवातर्वाय धीमहि तन्नो मोहन प्रचोदयात् ॐ पराब्रह्माय विद्महे शिवातर्वाय धीमहि तन्नो मोहन प्रचोदयात् ॐ पराब्रह्माय विद्महे शिवातर्वाय धीमहि तन्नो मोहन प्रचोदयात्. I hope you enjoyed those enlightening chapters. Please join us again tomorrow for more chapters in Mohanji's consciousness. I thank